Hello, my people, my friends, my family. I want to start off by apologizing for the live stream today. I had a lot of technical difficulties, but let's consider that a learning experience. It's not a failure. A failure is only when you haven't learned from it. So I need to do a little bit more research, and then we'll try this live stream once more time. However, I'm gonna show you around um, some of the things that I have going on here in the homestead. This right here is my Cuban oregano. This is my go-to plant when we are not feeling well. We have a little itchy throat, itchiness in our throat. When we're not feeling like, or when we feel like our immune system is kind of fighting something. So this is called Cuban oregano. What we'll do is we kind of heat it up on the stove, no water, just the cast iron pot. We heat it up and then we squeeze it and then we drink the juice. I'll show you guys in a different video how that works. Over here, this is a leaf of life. We kind of do it the same way. However, I have also cut this up along with collard greens and eat it the same way we do with collard greens. This right here is my one of my tree colors, and I need to put it in the ground because it's getting kind of big. Um, I used to do regular tree colors, but however, I have decided to go with more of a perennial type of gardening. One where you plant it and that's it. You don't have to repeat again. Here's my chives growing. Right here is my parsley. I have to separate them. This is one of my amaranth. Um, this right here, that's pigeon peas. Now I've decided to do pigeon peas because pigeon peas are heat hardy, heat tolerant. They won't wither in the Mississippi sun because Mississippi sun is a different kind of full sun from a lot of places. So when you have that extra heat and not enough rain, then you need something that can handle that heat. Pigeon peas. Pigeon peas is also perennial. It will be there, it will come back after the winter. You plant it, and that's it. You don't have to plant it again. Here's a update of the new members on the homestead. These are now 4 days old today. And then, let me tell you guys something. You know all those things that you learn about heat lamp and keeping them heated and don't bring them outside until they're like 3 weeks old? Forget about that. You could do that in the winter, but not when it's springtime and summer. Once the temperature is over 70 degrees, these guys can come outside, put them in the ground. See, the thing is, if you put them in the if they put them on the ground, then they don't need that grits. You don't have to buy things. You throw them a little bit of herbs and you give them. Yes, I give them a little bit of starter for right now. Eventually, they'll be getting regular stuff from the garden. But for right now, I'll give them a little starter. I bring them in at night. I bring them out in the morning as long as it's not raining, and these little guys will do great. We put 12 of them in the incubator, and 9 of them were fertile. We change the water every day. Every now and again, I'll put some lemon in there, and that will help them, give them some vitamin C to help them fight whatever diseases that may come their way. I also give them some Cuban oregano. Sometimes I give them leaf of life. Look at them sunbathing. Look at them sunbathing in in the ground. Look at that. You see that? Uh, So cute. So cute. But yeah, all these things that you hear, you have to buy this, you have to buy that, you have to buy the other. Mm-mm. Bring those. I don't even have a heat lamp in the house for them. I bring them in the house for safety, you know. Um, Let me show you what I put them in. This, this right here, this is a bin. I put some holes in the bottom, holes on the side, and I put them in there. I put a towel at the bottom so that um, if they have a bowel movement, it's not staying in there. And I put a towel at the bottom to hold it. That's it. No big deal. These guys don't need a lot of fussing. You know, when you fuss with these guys, that's when we have issues with them. No need for a heat lamp if it's above 70 degrees. Bring them out for fresh air and sunshine, and let them feel the earth and scratch, because that's what chickens like to do. They like to scratch. Okay, when they get a little bigger, I'll put them in the grass. They'll eat the grass. I don't have to like um, cut that grass. They'll scratch. When they finish with that area, it'll be fertile because they'll have their manure left behind, and then I'll be able to plant. These are not meat birds. These are not. These are for laying eggs and for fertilizer. That's it. Right here, these are the area where I keep my collards and so forth. Now, when I first started, my thing was I don't want to plant flowers because they have no purpose. I just want to plant food. However, I'm learning that when you plant flowers, it attracts the good the good insect, the good bugs, the good things for the garden, and some of those good things preys upon the ones that are not good. So if you have flowers in the garden, they will attract the pollinators and the good insect, and it will discourage the pests from being here. Now, I still have a little bit of, stuff chewing, but not much. But what I'm finding out is that if I harvest on a regular basis, I don't have a lot of bugs on my thing. It's when I have a whole bunch of foliage. So my thing that I do now is that I harvest regularly, and when I harvest, I leave like three leaves on the collards, and then when that flourish again, when that produce some more, then I'll harvest again and leave another three. That's my rule of thumb. That's This right here is my sunflower. This will do two things. My sunflower among these will do two things. It will bring in the pollinators, and the flowers I can give to the chickens. You see how this works? Here I have some African marigold plants in between them, and some, I had three tomatoes here, but one of them, the rain came a little bit heavy. Let's see. The rain came, oh, it's growing nicely. Look at that. The rain came a little heavy and destroyed one of my tomatoes, so I have to put one back in here. These are marigold, African marigold, that I need to put in the ground amongst my other um, plants. Now, over here, I have some more collards. I have collards everywhere, everywhere. Because I want to have greens on my table. I don't want to go to the store and have to purchase greens. So my goal is to have greens everywhere. Collards, collard greens, kale, anything green, spinach, all that good stuff. Now, over here, I've started um, this right here. That's what we call longevity spinach, and that's a heat hardy spinach. Oh, something is eating this one. I need to put some neem oil on it. I don't know if you could see it. Hold on. The sun is a bit. Let's see if we could shade it. Oh, the sun is not allowing me to. Hold on, hold on. Let me see if I could show you. Let me see if I could show you um, these longevity spinach. Right here, that longevity spinach right here. Heat hardy all summer, all the way down to the fall. And the good thing about this longevity spinach is that it it um it may die back in the winter, but it will come back in the spring. You know, no need to plant again. No need. Oh, this right here, that's ashwagandha, and that is good for anxiety. And that's something else we have on the homestead. We are doing as many medicinal plant as we can. Look right over here. This is a second year mullein. Um, Also another medicinal plant. This plant, from what I understand, have helped many people. Many people, let me see how I can say this. This plant has had many people when the seed thing was going around. You know, I don't want to take the chance of YouTube bringing me down, so I have to be careful. But when the sea pest, the sea plague was going around, this saved a lot of people. Right here is my lemongrass. Lemongrass right here. That makes real. If anybody from Belize see this, they know it as fever grass, lemongrass or fever grass, and this is really good when you for a tea. Here is another ashwagandha growing. Yes, over here peppermint. That's peppermint right there. Lemon balm is over here. Um, and lemon balm, it goes. I like the flavor of this in the tea, and they're also good. You know, helps with anxiety. And this right here is tomatillo. Now, that makes really good salsa. Tomatillos. Over here I have comfrey growing. You know, I had trouble with this comfrey in last year. It grew, well, not really trouble, but it didn't grow as vibrant as I thought. Everybody says, you know, don't plant true comfrey because true comfrey is invasive. Well, it's not invasive here in Mississippi, not at all. Mississippi, from what I'm experiencing, is too hot to make comfrey invasive. So I have 17 of these comfrey plants, and it's going nowhere. It is taking this comfrey plant 2 years to develop the root. 2 years. It is now just really putting its energy in the leaves. So go get you guys some comfrey, also known as knit bone. Very good at healing bones. Right here, this is chaya or Mayan spinach. Another plant, greens, that is good during the summertime. And I have maybe like 4 of these plants. This is my lemon plant, lemon tree. It died back and now it's growing. Oh, it's above the graft. It looks like it's above the. Some of them is above the graft. So that might be. Oh, that might just work out real good. It might come back true to what it's. Now, look at that little bug right here. I don't know if you guys could see. Let me see the shadow. Look at that. Eating my plant, huh? Eating my plant. Come on, guy. You gotta go. Okay. Let me. Right here we have some cantaloupe growing. It's taking a minute to, we just transplant them. This is persimmon, and I got to figure out what is eating this. I'm gonna have to spray some neem oil this evening when the sun goes down. This is loquat, and this is this plant has been the most aggressive growing plant that we did since last year. This is the second year, and look at it. Look at it. And this is my, ooh, look at that. This is my second year blackberry. Oh, see? It's red first, and then it's, you know, as it ripens, it turns black. Beautiful, and they're big. I can't wait. I can't wait. This right here is another blackberry, but it's a little bit slow. Maybe then also what I did was I prune it back, and I shouldn't have, because I think they grow on second year stems. So if I prune the second year stem off, then we won't have much going on. So next year I won't prune it. This is my watermelon growing. Oh, that is looking good. It was looking just like the cantaloupe when I first put it down. So I am not worried about the cantaloupe. The cantaloupe will come. But look at my watermelon. It's really picking up. And if you notice, I plant them among the pine trees, because, well, that's all I have is pine trees. And that's what was discouraging me before. But what I did was I plant comfrey, and comfrey is also known to pull up the nutrients. It has taproot that goes really deep and pulls up the nutrients, nitrogens and stuff, up to the ground. So I figured if comfrey is doing that, then I should be okay with my watermelons in around it. So let's see how that experiment works right out. Here, this is my fenced area, and right here I'm growing moringa. I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moringa. 7 moringa. This is a cassava that needs to go in the ground, or something. I need something bigger. I was trying to save this one for my brother, but it might be too late by the time it gets to him. So I may put it in the ground and just give him cuttings after it's grown. And this is the chaya from last year, and Maya spinach, and this one revived real good this year, you know. So we will be having lots of greens in this homestead. These are my cucumber, and I need to put them in the ground before it gets too big. And this right here is another set of leaf of life. Now let me tell you a story about this one right here. This is lemon verbena. This little thing right here. Let me go in the shade so the light doesn't mess with it. Okay, this is lemon verbena. So when this lemon verbena came, it came like this. It came with this little thing right here. No, one little leaf at the top, green leaf at the top. Okay, one little green leaf at the top. This lemon verbena, and I bought it through Esty. So when it got here, I was so disappointed. I took a picture of it and I sent it to the seller. Didn't say anything. I just took a picture and showed it to them. And lo and behold, the next day, they put another plant in the mail. So it was here. It was just here hanging out with one leaf. And then I decided to cut back 2/3. Actually, I cut half of it. And 1 week later, look what it's putting out. It's putting out the leaves. What actually happened is when you prune a leggy plant back, what's going to happen is going to force out more leaves and more stem. So Take that into consideration. You know, don't be quick to get rid of your plants. Don't be quick. Prune it back a little bit. And don't be afraid to prune. It'll survive. It's stronger than you think. Right here, like I remember what I said, I'm trying to have something from each fruit group on this homestead. And this right here is hazelnut. Now the thing with hazelnut, you have to have at least two. For it to pollinate, you need two plants. So I have this one and I have this one right here. This one was looking pitiful last year, and again, I prune it back heavily, and look what happened. It's even looking better than that other one. Maybe I need to prune that one back too. And then we also have lantana. Now, let me tell you, here in the United States, if you Google lantana, it will say it is not good to eat, it's poisonous. Hogwash. People in the other countries have been using lantana forever. Okay, we use it here. Anxiety, very good for anxiety. Take like 3-4 leaves, put it in a cup of hot water, let it seep for 5 minutes, and there you go. Calms you down. That's free tip. Okay, now just be aware I'm not the doctor. I'm not the doctor. Try it at your own risk. Now before we close off this video, I want to show you guys how much these babies are enjoying outside. Enjoying outside. You know, a lot of the times we buy too much. We pamper things too much. You know, we buy plants from the back store, and we have to fertilize them, and you know, we have to do this, we have to do that. When in truth, God has designed a lot of these things to survive without all this. You know, if we do it the right way, if we connect everything in the circle of life, you know, the manure, fertilize the plants, you know, develop what the manure will do also is to encourage worms. And the worm casting will be beneficial for your plants, you know. So even if you don't eat the animals, because we don't eat them here, but it's still valuable to the homestead. And God gave us these things to enjoy. You know? So let us connect everything together. You know, whatever we eat, whatever we waste, put it back into the soil so the soil can stay alive, can be fertile. And again, I want to say I'm sorry about the live stream today, but I hope that this video makes up for not going live. Stay tuned. I'm going to work on that live stream again, and hopefully next time I'll get it right. But don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. See you in the next.